Hello everybody, mine's the Fireman and welcome back to episode 8 of our Let's Play on, episode 8 of Millbury Estate. Right, so today's episode we are going to be just quickly compacting this silage. So we're going to quickly compact the silage down and then get it to ferment. Let's just get it a bit flatter. Right, now we're going to take the dual wheels off this. So O, you have to press the key letter, well the key O to do this. And if you press, oh god, I need to get a bit close. If you press X, it adds weights. Right, so this is going to go on the baler because today is hay and silage day. This might as well go on the baler, and then I'll put something else on the tedder to turn the other two fields. I'm going to row the two silage ones up, and then we'll probably put the John Deere on the turner to get it out. Let's get this guy out. So I have turned the time off. The growth, plant growth is off. I've been noticing a bit of a problem with the combine's header. It's sliding everywhere, so we're gonna have to get rid of the combine and get rid of its header and make it and get a better one. Right. I can't do this in cab because I can't see, so I have to just sort of do it like this. I probably should have done the middle first actually, that probably would have helped a bit better. So we've got this one to do, we've got to do field 8 and 9, turn them two, and then that'll be it. And then bale them back, and then bale all of them. So these ones are silage and the other two are hay. Right, so we don't have that much money actually. Hopefully we should get, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to buy that feeder today. What? No. 75,000. So, no I haven't. 75,000. Oh, fucking hell. Yes, we'll buy that. Right, so that's, we've only got 37,000 left. Right, so let's do the middle bits here. So at least we've got one headland to still do. So yeah, I kind of forgot that we had this in this field, and fast forward the time a touch, and it got to this stage. This probably won't happen again because it's really hard to see. And it is also dead annoying to try and bale or do anything with it. Right, so I'm recording these videos in bulks. I'll probably record to episode 10 before I upload any, so from 7 to 10. So if anyone has got any suggestions, I won't be able to put them into actual game till episode 11. That's the problem. Well, I may not record them all the way up to episode 10, I may do a couple. Well, I've only got 2 more videos to do till I'm on 10 anyway, so I might as well. Let's just finish that. So yes, I'm doing a 500 subscriber Q&A, question and answer. So if you want to ask me any questions, send them through my Facebook page. I will write them down, and we shall do a video when we hit 500 subscribers, which I'm guessing won't be long at the rate that we have grown these past couple of months. We have actually grown pretty fucking quick. I mean, just yesterday we were on 460 something. Today we're on 477. So we are growing pretty fast, actually. I mean, yes, we're still in the 400s, but we have pretty much rocketed through the 400s. Pretty fucking shit. Not that camera because I can't see. If I hadn't fast forwarded time and the grass wasn't here, I could probably have done it in camp, but I just can't now. Right, we want to do the last headland because I can't make out what the fuck's happening in this bit. Let's just do it this way around. So yes, so then we'll get the massy baling. The massy hooked onto the massy's already on the baler. We'll just get that baling and get this. I think we'll row these 2 fields up, bale them both, and then we'll get the John Deere out turning with us. Spinning, turning, whatever you want to call it. We need to buy a pressure washer. I've just thought of that. Need a pressure washer. That Massey Ferguson is dirty, and I like the dirty skin. I just like cleaner. I like having a clean fleet of tractors, which you probably can't tell from my Spring Hill Let's Play because they're all dirty as hell. But they will have a clean at some point. Maybe at some point. This is one field nearly done. So pretty much since last episode we've done that field, and I've harvested I've done a lot of silage off screen to get that pit up to 98%. A lot of 29 has actually been cut. I'd reckon just under half has been cut, probably a little bit more. Right, let's get the massy out here. To be fair, I could have done another cut over all of it, like I did for this field. I did one headland on this field, another cut for some reason. Let's get the Massey Ferguson out. Can you deactivate the baler? Well, let's get it out first. Can you deactivate the wrapper? Whoa, I never knew that. Shit. I never knew that. Crap. I never knew that was there. Oh. Right. Right, so I've got it set up to use the wrapper. I have to click another button on my steering wheel, on the commands for the controls for my steering wheel to activate it, and then I also have to press V on the keypad X on the keypad to get the thing to unfold. going to detach that bale, or drop that bale, so we'll be okay. We'll just leave it in the machine for now. Right, I'm going to do the exact same thing I did for that other field, and then we'll and that should be it. Well, and then I've got to go out turning, haven't I? I'm glad we're getting this in today. It's a Sunday in game, and makes life a lot easier when it's sunny and it's not raining. So as you can see, the swaths are pretty high on this, so I reckon 2 cuts will actually do it. I've made a mowing course for field 9. I need to do one for field 8 and these 2. But I reckon 2 or 3 cuts, one after each other, we'll be able to get quite a lot off each field. We'll have to see how much this headland does. Whoa, it does actually cut it as well. Right, okay, that may have sounded dead stupid, but what I just said. But if you've ever played FS15, you could mow the field, fast forward it a bit to the first growth stage, and then mow it again, and it would just sit there on the first growth stage. You could mow it and mow it and mow it and mow it. On this one, it's actually cut it down. As you can see, it's lower than the other one. So that's why I said, that's why I said it like that. Right, this field's pretty square, so we should be able to just crack on. We'll probably bail these 2 before we go out and turn them. Right, let's rake it up how we mowed it, which was like this. So as you can see, these rows are a lot harder to see than them ones, so yeah, I reckon we'll have to mow a field, rake it, bale it, and then if it's silage bales we can leave them out. If they're hay bales we have to bring them in before it rains anyway. Or I could have given this field another cut over the top, but I want to get play courses set up before I start doing any of that, because then I can set that going and I can do something else. I need to do a fertiliser course for field 6, get that set up. We'll get that set up today at some point, and then get that field, get field 6 working, and at least get some money going. Might do a big barley harvest, or because we've still got the other 2 fields. I need to get field 5 ready, and 42's ready. We just want stuff to go in them. Start going up and down in a minute. So, right, we're going to set this, get this field rowed up, and then that'll be it. Well, I keep saying that'll be it, but I mean, we'll get it rowed up and sort it all out, bale them both, and then I'll probably turn the other fields off screen, and we'll bale and row them first ones up, like 9 and 8 in episode 9, before we crack on and get anything else done, just to make life easier. So yeah, I reckon 2 rows, 2 mows of a field will be good enough. 2 or 3 at least. Because even with course play, it won't waste any of my time, because I can do something else, harvest or set up a course, play a course, doing something else, and finish feeding the cows or bringing silage in. That's all that really stops me is time. If I had more hours in a day, it'd be okay. So how many rows we got left? Oh, we've got a few. This rake's not the biggest, but the nice thing about it is I don't have another two to worry about, like two swathers. So that means when I come to the end of the rows like these, I don't have to keep driving into my headland. I can just gently lift them up and turn around. And then we should be able to get it baled and sorted and all of it hunky-dory. I'm going to stack these silage bales next to the silage clamp and the hay bales a bit further round. So pretty much the feeder wagon will have to back up through that narrow gap where we just picked the massey up from. There's the hay bales and the straw bales will be close together, and then the silage bales will be next to the pit. We'll probably use the bales first and then the pit, because you can make silage bales whenever we want, really. I'm not really following a path here, I'm just sort of doing it because I've made a boo-boo with the fields here. I quite easily should have just mowed them all again, mowed these two at least, and then would have stood a chance of actually being able to see my rows. Turning the fields won't be too bad. Turning the fields should be quite easy. So yeah, get your questions in for 500 subscribers. I'll write down your names and I'll write down the question that you have asked. I may not write down everything you say, I may just write down the question. If you write something like, because I think I had one today, yeah I did. I can't remember his name because I haven't written it down. And it said something like, who had or what made you make YouTube videos? Great videos, hope you keep them coming, hope you make it to 1k subscribers, good luck. I probably won't write down the last bit, like the 1k, good luck and all that stuff. I'll probably just quickly nip down the question, so we're not spending too much time. But I may not, I may change my mind. But there's the class there that needs to start doing something soon before I scrap it. And we're finished. Right, let's put this in the other field and we'll finish this baling first and then we'll crack on. Baling in cab's not going to be too hard. And I didn't turn the mirrors off, for God's sake. I'm such an idiot. I am such an idiot. So the Marshall trailer is actually a bit dirty. If you all want to know what it looks like. There you go, that's what it looks like. It's not even properly dirty, I don't think, but these two marks here are for where the wheels are, because the wheels sit there. And I think it's meant to be spray off the wheels that causes that. Come on, let's speed my way up. The engine's not even on. Whoa. Can I change wrapping status while wrapping? Oh, Z. Left, Alt, Z. Makes it automatic. Right. There we go, that's it. That's what we want. We want automatic. Now, the problem is I have my microphone in the way, so I can barely see off my screen. It's a bit of a pain. Because it's quite high up in the air, so... I mean, I could lower it right down like that, but then you'd probably pick up some of the steering noise as well. But I can see my screen now, and I might be a bit loud. But that's what everyone wanted. We may buy another Fusion. This one we may use for just making straw bales, and the other one just for hay and silage. I'm trying my best not to hit my microphone here. Right, let's carry on. I thought it said I could change the colour of the wrap. I was going to have some nice black or green wrap bales. And that's the other silage bale just coming off there. Nicely. Right, let's just carry on. Still going. Make sure the pickup picks up all the grass. This is what I want. This is what we'd spent all this time mowing fields for, is grass. Let's just go this way. So we made 3 bales on pretty much the first headland, so we should be okay. I'm hoping we make a few more bales. I'm praying to God that if I do 2 cuts on these fields, I will get a lot more. Right, I want you all of your opinions. Shall we add soil mod to this map? Which means downloading some tankers so I can put MPK and stuff like that down. If you would like me to, please just say. And I will add it to both maps, Springkill and this one. I don't want to miss any grass, this is why I'm stopping. You may say I'm... Right, here. So, you know, it's a nice hot day. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. I wish you had a temperature thing on this game, like on the weather report. I mean, it says 25 degrees Celsius, but like you could actually have it in game, get to 25 degrees Celsius, and have the farmer, well, have the farmer armor want to open his window and stuff and have a drink, because this farmer never seems to drink, eat, or sleep. The invincible farmer he is. So how are we looking? How are we looking? How are we looking? This baler requires a lot of horsepower. I do like this Massey a lot. Right, 5 bales already, and we've just finished the headlands, so we are actually doing pretty well on grass. Everyone will probably moan that I'm making these wrong. I'm not really that fussed. Let's go down this road. I make things wrong all the time. If people say I should turn it into hay before I do this, and it should be hay bales that get turned into silage, I know I do it in real life. Just on this game, when you have the bale extreme thing, for some reason it messes up. And if you leave hay bales out for too long, or you don't use hay bales quick enough that are silage bales, they actually disappear in game. So we pretty much, if I made all of these bales in hay and wrapped them all and stacked them all, and then fast forwarded time for a couple of days, they'd all be gone because the game deletes them all, because they all rot away according to the game. So I like making them out of grass because they actually stay. Like, I can actually stack them and leave them. I'm not stacking them and happy to use them as fast as I can. Right, I am actually going to write down how many bales we get out of each field. Just so I know. Like, to say if we got like 10 out of this one and 20 out of field 2. Just so I know which fields make what. And then I'm going to make a list. I'm going to have a piece of paper stuck here. Where you can hear me tapping if you can. A piece of paper that says field 1 silage bales and how many silage bales we can make. Field 2 silage bales, how many we make. Field 1 hay bales, how many we make. So pretty much I am comparing what fields are good for what. So some fields may be good for hay bales, some fields not. Just to see which ones we get the maximum number out of. Which some of you may think is completely stupidly strange, but I like it and I'm going to do it. That's my strategy. Because then it helps me pick. Because if these two fields are absolutely crap for silage bales. I mean, we're on 7 now, but say if I did hay bales and I got 14 out of this field and I only got 10 of silage, I'd swap this to a hay field. And then say if I baled field 8 with hay and I only got 5 or 6 and I did silage bales and got 14, shall we say, then I'll turn field 8 into a silage field. So I'm doing it just to clarify which fields are actually good for what. What fields are actually good for bales, and yeah, they're all good for bales, but which field's good for baling silage bales, and which fields aren't. Which you all may think is a bit stupid because it's a game, so it doesn't really vary. It'll just be whatever the game's picked, but I bet you there is a slight change. And this tractor's going to want refueling very soon. It's on 198 litres, it has like a 340 litre tank. So hopefully you can all see the madness, what's it behind the madness. So I am actually doing this. I am actually going to test all these fields. I'll probably test them off screen. Well, I'll mow them and turn them off screen, and then we'll bale them on screen and see which ones make what. Just because, like, if this field makes more hay bales than it does silage, it'll be good for doing hay bales in. If this field makes more hay bales than it does silage bales. I don't think we're ever going to have to change the wrap on this fusion. I don't think it ever runs out. It's a shame, really. So say if 9 bales is the maximum silage bales we get out of this field. I mean, it has only had 1 cut. I reckon it'd have more if we put 2 on it. Right. So we got 9 bales on that field. If you don't excuse me whilst I get some paper. Okay, fuck all idea what that means, but probably some old homework I was meant to be doing, but oh well, we'll just get rid of that and find a pen. Pen! I'm meant to be recording a video, not finding a bloody pen. You best fucking no, I've got pens in my bloody pot. What the fuck? I'm on some weird ass drugs. Yeah, you'll do. Right, so we got field 1. Field 1, 9. Right, field 1, 9 silage bales. Reset counter. Right, let's get field 2. We are going to bale both these fields on screen, by the way. I wish there was a way to empty the baler. Can I empty the baler? No, there is not. So this headland's had 2 cuts on it, and you can see how quick it fills up. Well, we need to do a proper test how fast it fills up. What? What? Right, I've got dinner. Tell you what, we'll save this field for another episode. So this bale in here does count to field 2, so that is 1 bale. No. We'll put that bale. I don't know. Anyway, well, that bale will count to field 2. So I'm going to leave this episode here. Thank you all so much for watching. Leave a like down below if you enjoyed. Subscribe for more today. And I shall see you all in the next video. That bale counts to field 2. So there's 9 in field 1. We've already made 1 in here. But the baler was a little bit full. So we will excuse that. But anyway, I shall see you all in a bit. Bye bye. Happy farming. Bye bye.